Well, I ventured downtown a few weeks ago in the middle of the holiday season with my Sony A6700 and my new Sigma 18-50 F2.8 and thought I'd see what I could do. It was a festive crowd and I thought I'd just kind of grab a little eclectic series of shots here, as you can see, and come back and see what I could put together with them. So one of the really cool things about shooting in RAW, of course, is that you have a lot to play with so that you can sort of fix it in post, as they say, which is handy, especially when you're doing nighttime street photography. So I kind of went over to the top a little bit in Lightroom on some of these, but I had a good time doing it. And like on this one here, I think I used a couple of masks, or at least one mask, as you can see there. And on some of these others, I may have even used multiple masks, like this one here, to adjust these levels to darken the sky and to maybe desaturate this a little bit. It looks like I did there. Then of course on this one I just used it to darken the sky there and to get some of the noise out. Put a little noise reduction in there to clean up the blacks, get a little bit of noise out of it. This one I kind of really liked doing a black and white treatment on it and kind of blowing it out a little bit, not too terribly much. Just a tad there. Back here, the tattoo trees with the lights on it next to the tattoo and piercing. And I didn't notice before, but it looks like there's somebody standing in there. So over here we have this Wall Street Plaza, which is just kind of a neat little place off of Orange. And this signage here for this cantina and the festive decorations here at the 55 West. I believe that's a condominium, high-rise condominium. And then this one, of course, I'm just a sucker for the reflections of the bank building and done up in holiday colors. Then I came across my friend here, a street artist, a newfound friend who decided to celebrate his success from the evening with me. He said that he sold most of his paintings for the evening. There's a cat in there or some sort of animal in there. So he was obviously in a very good mood. He had a good night. Then I never can pass up the lights here, the colored lights. Here's the color version of it. Always just makes for what I like, nice little reflections here. Again, kind of taking it over the top in Lightroom. So I really like this shot of this bar, which I guess was closed. And I did a black and white treatment and kind of tried to blow out those highlights again. Kind of into that look for some reason lately. And of course, this one was a long exposure with a zoom during the exposure, and I really had to crank it in Lightroom. My favorite pizza joint right off of Orange downtown is the Planet Pizza. And I kind of love the simplicity of their sign there. And then kind of moving on to the Wall Street Plaza again, where I tried my hand at doing a slow shutter speed. This is at 118, trying to keep the camera steady and then grabbing the motion blur of the moving bicycle. And I think it came out pretty well. And then blowing out those highlights again to kind of add that fake diffusion, for lack of a better way to say it. And then just another one in that sequence. So I've got a way to show some motion here by going from one to the other. Okay, and then next up we have this shot, which I really went crazy with. And as you can see, the original was just 1/10. And again, I zoomed while I was making the exposure. Then I got in and started playing with the color mixer and really cranking those colors just to get that kind of over the top look there, which I really kind of like. It's just kind of festive, just having some fun going with it. And then the next one in that sequence was another 1/5. And I tilted the camera to try and get that vertical jump there in the lights. Kind of liked it. I don't know. Again, it's a little bit different, a little artsy, I suppose. And then I had these two guys and kind of the same thing at 1/5, trying to sort of follow them a little bit so I could get them in kind of a dreamlike, less motion than the rest of the background. And I just kind of liked the way it turned out with the red shoes and the red reflections and the red in the picture. So I thought that worked out pretty well. And got a couple of those, 3 of them. Yeah, as you can see, and really had to use everything I could get out of Lightroom to pull these levels up to give it that kind of almost a watercolor or acrylic color kind of painting look. The 2 cops on the bike, I just kind of like that shot. Again, trying to sort of follow them and shooting at 1/6. And we have this rickshaw driver here, and as you can see, The original one was really dark, so I really had to crank it. As you can see, 2 and almost 3 stops in a couple of those. And my next one was this young man and his girlfriend deciding to give me a nice mug there. And ISO 2000 1/320th F2.8. I must have hit the knob on the back of the camera because I tried to shoot everything at wide open on the aperture, but I must have missed that one. I love the face here, kind of all fitting together in some sort of strange way. Then one more blur attempt at 1/1/8, trying to follow the guy on the bike. And I don't know about this one. I may replace this one in my little photo essay. I still haven't decided yet. I got really kind of crazy here, playing a lot with the color mixer here, trying to pull some of the colors out, like the blues, accentuate the reds and the purples. Then we have this sequence of the guy riding the scooter, again at 1/1/8, and I have a nice little sequence to try and show some motion. I really enjoyed the evening with my A6700 and my new little Sigma 18-50 F2.8, and I put together this little musical slideshow, and I hope you like it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.